Hello, it's Oren Prunken, and I'm talking about snail mail again today. So I talked about that quite recently, but I've got some more flyers in the post. Now, a lot of people I hear complain about snail mail, saying that it's not very effective. But depending on what you're trying to do, it can be super effective. Now, if you're doing localized campaigns, if you're doing things that need to be personalized, things that need to be looked at, even though I talked about this before, that sometimes flyers that come in the post don't get looked at, don't get opened, they definitely get looked at because they are physically delivered to you. So they definitely are getting looked at, but not necessarily opened. And I talked about that more recently. So flyers, now this flyer I'm talking about came from Ray White, thick paper, color, would have cost them a lot of money. I don't know, maybe $2 per flyer, and it's a customized flyer. I'm going to talk about that in a minute, but $2 or $3 just to print that, and then delivery cost on top of that. I imagine it was probably hand delivered, but paying someone to do that cost them a lot of money. So the downside to snail mail is that there is a cost related to it, but there are upsides. You know, if it's localized, it's personable, and you want people to at least look at it. So you've got to balance that out. But the real decision really comes down to what you're actually selling. Now, if it's a high ticket item or product or service, snail mail is amazing for that. Now, if it's a low priced offer, not so much. That's especially if you're going in cold. But there is use for snail mail if you are selling low price products and services, and I'll talk about that in a minute. So basically, if you are selling low priced items, a thank you note or a welcome note in the post, as I said, it's personalized and it will definitely get looked at, is a really good option. If you've already sold a low priced product or service, sending that through the physical post, the snail mail. Anything else that's physical, so a gift or a catalog or a coupon that needs to be physically redeemed at a brick and mortar location, all really good for snail mail. Snail mail is a physical channel, so doing physical items in the post makes a lot of sense. Now, going back to high-priced items, so this is for a property that has been sold, and on the front it says you've got a new neighbor, and it's about 1/4 of the flyer, and then the other 3/4 is actually a photo of the property that's been sold. Now, I give Ray White tons of credit for this amazing campaign. The only thing I would change about that is I would flip the ratios around, and I'd have "you've got a new neighbor" as the headline for 3/4 of the flyer, and then I'd also make 1/4 of the flyer the actual property. And what it says under that, it says the location of the property, it's been sold for the amount, and then how long it took them to sell it. Now, just looking at this, sold for a really high price, and it sold really, really quickly. So that says like a lot of great things about this product or service that they're offering as a realtor. Now, if the person that got this, because they are delivering in snail mail, they're delivering in a geographic area, so people in that area that are related to this, the targeting is on point. If that person is qualified and they are looking to sell, they're in the market to sell, this is an amazing offer. Now, it's a high-priced offer because the rates that realtors take is around 2% of the sale price. So it makes this the return on investment a really effective campaign. So if someone got this, they look at how much it was sold for and how quickly it was sold for. The offer is amazing. On the back side, it's just got more photos of the property, which indicates what the product, this is the product they were selling, looks like. So the person that gets this flyer says it's been sold for this amount in this amount of time, and I'm comparing it to what something else, a competing product, a competing property looks like. Gives them a really good indication of what their property could sell for, and that's got a call to action on the bottom saying give us a call if you like what you see and you think you are in the market for this. Amazing campaign. It's a cold campaign, but it is hyper localized. It's not actually personable, but this only sold in the last couple of days, so I give them credit that they weren't able to do that. And also it gets looked at. Headline needs to be bigger because that's the only thing that doesn't really work for getting looked at. If it was bigger, someone would take a look at it, but it's an amazing offer. This shows that snail mail actually works. If I was in the market to sell, I would think it's a really good offer. So what I would like you guys to do with this information is, if you are selling a high ticket price product or service, you want to be personable, you want something to be looked at, and also if it relates to a geographic location, and or what you are offering is physical or can be redeemed physical in a physical location, or can be delivered in a physical channel. Even though it costs a little bit of money to get this out, it is a really, really effective campaign, even if you're selling a low price item, with things like gifts and thank you and welcome cards that come after that. So what I want you to do is try this out, see what happens, and then let me go. And thanks for listening. Thanks for listening. And if you like what was on here and want more, please go to orenprunken.com.